Hello there. My name is Shakira Jackson, and I currently teach SAT prep for a school-based program in San Antonio, Texas. I'm also certified in English and language arts for grades 7 through 12. As an SAT prep instructor, I am not only responsible for teaching the students strategies for approaching the SAT, but I also assist them in their process for becoming college ready. If I had to describe my teaching manifesto in only a few words, I would describe it as one where the student is in control of their learning. I try to allow my students to discover who they are and let their uniqueness shine through their work. I believe it is very important for students to have the opportunity to explore and experiment, so I encourage them to think freely and do things their own way. For example, when my students have projects, I let them choose the platform that they think is best for their presentation. Some students may choose to make a poster, while others may choose to write an essay. Some students may prefer to create a song, while others might create a play. I think that too many teachers nowadays are focused on assessing their students through formal assessments and forget that the generation we are teaching is one of creativity and innovation. I think it is imperative that I allow my students to express this creativity so that they do not lose a hold of it. I also believe that since our students are unique, that the way they approach their learning experience should also be unique. There is always more than one way to do something, and I think that when teachers stifle their students' creativity, students lose sight of it and in turn lose their individuality. I believe that when students have the freedom to express themselves through their work, they take more pride in what they are doing. Not only do I encourage student individuality, I also encourage togetherness and stress the importance of community. I believe that it is very important for students to work together and know the value of teamwork. I try to plan group activities several times throughout the week. I feel that it is important for students to work together, and I think that the more time they spend working together, the closer they become. They learn one another's similarities, and they grow to appreciate one another's differences. This sense of community makes the classroom environment comfortable, allowing everyone to be comfortable with themselves and feel comfortable enough to voice their opinions. I stress the value of teamwork because I feel that connecting makes our thoughts and actions stronger, and it can even enhance our individual reflection. Another way I try to make learning student-centered is by encouraging students to think outside of the box and ask the hard questions. I like to incorporate discussions into my lessons to not only get students talking, but to also get them thinking. We live in a society of thinkers, and if we're not encouraging our students to think outside of the box, then we're setting them up for failure. Another way I approach teaching is by making my lessons engaging and meaningful. Because I teach a test prep course and assist students with college readiness and preparation, it is very important that I relate my lessons with concepts the students can relate to. I believe that when a student can make the connection from the lesson and realize why it's important for their future, they are more willing to learn. So I'm going to go ahead and switch topics a little bit and talk about some of the problems that I see in education. One of the current issues I see with education is technology. Since technology is evolving so rapidly, it is important that teachers use it as a tool in the classroom. Although technology can be a very helpful resource, it comes with its issues as well. One issue is that every school doesn't have the same technology available. Some schools seem to have endless resources, while others have to settle for what wealthier schools disregard as old. Students are more technologically advanced than many teachers today, putting instructors at a disadvantage in the classroom, especially when they do not have the resources available. Technology can also serve as a distraction, whether it's due to a student surfing the internet on their cell phone or a teacher letting students play an educational game with no true purpose. Technology can be a huge distraction. Technology has also given bullies more avenues to torment their victims. Bullying can now take place on social networks, through texting, and other virtual interactions. Cyberbullying has become a major issue for schools, as evidenced by the number of suicides that happen as a result of bullying. Although bullying is not a new problem, it has had a profound impact on the learning aptitude of many students. With all of these issues taking place as a result of technology, it can be difficult to keep students' interest and attention to properly teach new concepts. Another current issue I see with education is the change in student attitude and behavior. A poll from the National Center for Education Statistics cited that problems like apathy, tardiness, disrespect, and absenteeism pose significant challenges for today's teachers. These behavior problems pose an issue for safety. Students are getting into more physical altercations, and students are even bringing weapons to school. A few months ago, the school that I work for had to go into lockdown because a student shot up the principal's car. The student then came into the school and was threatening to shoot other students. As a result, our school had to go into lockdown, and when the suspect was contained, the school had to let out early. The following day, about 80% of the students were absent because they were afraid, and I think this is a shame. Our schools should be a safe haven for students, but instead they're afraid and they feel that they have to be on the defense when they are present. Although our current education system may have its issues, there are many great things about it as well. Districts are investing in digital devices to incorporate in the classrooms and figuring out different modes of encouraging ubiquitous learning. Teachers are adapting their lessons to encourage students to be in control of their learning and finding more engaging ways to approach assessments. So it's not all negative. What's important is that we continue to grow and change our teaching manifestos. That way we can avoid these issues in the future.